This is Tim of the Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk entertainment. We're a day away from kickoff. Oh, Thursday. And then we gotta wait. How many more days till Sunday? It's like you have Christmas Eve, then you have Christmas Day, but you don't get any presents on Christmas Day. Then you gotta wait 3 more days to open your presents, because then it becomes Christmas Eve again. What the? Just kidding here. I had a lot to talk about today. I got a couple things I want to mention, because it's almost the Giants are having a bizarro offseason. I mean, it's just, I mean, if you imagine things that could have gone wrong and things that did go wrong and things that you think would go right and things that didn't go right, and it's just been a weird offseason. And now you have things like Nate Solder starting at right tackle. You have the re-signing of Nate Ebner and the excitement of fans by the extension, or I shouldn't say the renegotiation of the contract of Sterling Shepard. Okay, let's start with Nate Ebner for a minute here, because I got to know what's going on in Giant Land with Nate Ebner. I really do. What the hell does he have on Joe Judge or Dave Gettleman? Stay with me here for a minute, guys. Just stay with me. Everyone's complaining about, or some people, not everyone, a lot of people are complaining about the fact that people like David Sills could not make the team because he doesn't really do anything besides outside being the 4th and 5th wide receiver. And I understand that. Does David Sills have talent? I don't know. He's 25 years old and never played in a game. So I can't tell you if he's talented or not. But I can tell you that Nate Ebner is just taking up a roster spot. And he's taking up a roster spot because he's a Joe Judge guy. Hi, I'm Joe Judge. This is my guy, Nate Ebner. Okay, he doesn't really add extended value to the team. If we think about this, last year, if you go back to the stats here, he didn't even rank. Nate Ebner had 8 tackles last year. And he got most of those during game time experience. And when we did put him in at safety, he was horrid. And then people were like, well, he adds value on special teams. He only played in 81% of the special team snaps. Elijah Penny had 7 special teams tackles last year. 7. Nate Ebner's not even in the top 91 when it comes to special teams tackles last year. So where is this added? And he's coming in as a special teams captain. You went up and picked up, what's his name? Keenan Crossan. He's a special teams guy. He was ranked 10th with 12 tackles last year. That's a special teams guy. He can also throw down a little bit of corner, not that great, but he can play a little corner. He could do multitudes of things. So you're telling me that Nate Ebner, it deserves a roster spot more than someone like, and everyone knows I'm not a David Sills fan, but you're telling me he deserves a roster spot more because of his special teams play over people like David Sills? David Mayo had more special teams tackles last year than Nate Ebner. He had 8. So where is this wonderful added value that he's bringing to the team? Is it because, is it his venerable locker room presence? Because everyone flocks to the captain of the special teams. Sometimes Joe Judge gets a little full of himself, I think. Gets a little too over arrogant, over cocky in regards to, I'm going to bring these guys in because this guy's my guy. When you're 6-10, you don't really have any guys. When the majority of, actually your entire career, you were a special teams coach and was only given the wide receivers title by the Belichick because of the fact that he was trying to help you get a job. You shouldn't be wasting a roster spot and the cap space. And I don't care if they got him for $1. You should not be wasting the roster spot and the cap space on someone like Nate Ebner. Tay Davis. Everyone remember Tay Davis? Here with the Giants for a couple. He had 9 tackles last year on special teams for the Cleveland Browns and can play some linebacker. Nate Ebner adds no essential value outside of his familiarity with Joe Judge. Can we just be 100% honest with that? Oh, for Michael Anthony, one of our subscribers, he wanted me to do a sound effect for the king of the almost catch for Evan Ingram, and I forgot to tell him. I said, we already have one. He's the king. He's the king of the almost catch. That's for you, Michael Anthony. I had a excited subscriber yesterday tell me, I love your show, but I just turned down the sound effects. Well, you know what? I may just have to play an entire show just of sound effects. Oh, my God. Bizarro World fact number 2. Nate Solder starting at right tackle. Now, this is subject to change. And I've said this a million times before. Old Matt from Connecticut, he's not ready. He's at least a 3 to 4 year project. Yes, I know he bulked up because, you know, when you bulk up like Daniel Jones did, you know, good things happen. Good thing that happened to him was he hurt his back. Not saying it was part of the lifting, but usually that does pertain to that. But you're asking Nate Solder to come in and swing over to the right side. I think he can do it. I thought initially they were going to play him at the right tackle position. I actually thought they may even try him out as a guard. But it's just, you know, when you're rebuilding your offensive line and you're asking a 10-year veteran who has not played in a season to come in and take it into a position that he really hasn't played in a while because he beat out the second-year pro, it does not bode well for your offensive line. Well, we know it doesn't because we're going out there and we're scrambling to get guys to try to fill spots to possibly move Nick Gates over to guard. And I would be even more worried if we put Billy Price into center. I'm still shocked we got rid of Jonathan Harrison. But how much bizarro is that? That he may literally be the starting right tackle after fans lambasted him for 2 years for sucking over at the left tackle position. He gave up 18 sacks in 2 seasons with the Giants as a starter. It's Bizarro World number 2. Bizarro World number 3, Sterling Shepard. I love people. People are like, oh my God, what a wonderful thing that we turn around and we just took Sterling Shepard and we were able to have him rework his contract so he could fit it in, you know, so we can get under the cap. Because everyone always forgets the rule, but everyone forgets the rule of 51 but me. So the Giants got an adjustment on the cap of $3.99 million of additional money. But here's the thing, guys. You're now increasing Sterling's cap space in 2022, 2023 by almost $2 million. In a season in 2022 where we have like no cap space right now. And I love it because then people are like, well, we'll just renegotiate Blake Martinez and James Bradbury. Oh, you mean you're going to renegotiate the money you've already renegotiated to moved further down the road so you could get them under the cap last year? That money? Oh, God, it sucks to have a calculator. And then like when people are like, well, we got to worry about this season first. Like, no, as a fan, you should be worried about the extent of your team from this season and beyond, from infinity and beyond, or to infinity and beyond. I mean, and then people are like, well, he's gonna guarantee he's gonna be on the team now for a while. No, it doesn't, because you got a larger cap number. He's probably gonna get released next year because that's why you picked up Kadarius Toney. It's Bizarro World as we know it. Nate Ebner. Nate Solder. Sterling Shepard. King of the almost catch. Evan, that looks like he's not going to play. Looks like we're going to have to rely on Kyle Rudolph. Is coming off the foot injury. It's just looking better and better for Denver. Luckily, Denver doesn't seem to be much better than we are. I think the venerable Teddy Bridgewater may have some life in those legs because, you know, he's a pro's pro. I've never been a big fan of Teddy Bridgewater, but I think he's more of a game manager. But you know what? He is a professional, seasoned NFL quarterback with starting experience and playoff experience. So you can never count out that type of quarterback. We got a lot of big shows coming up, a lot of good fun shows coming up. We're going to do our schedule preview soon. And we're going to end it there for today. And again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue. We're bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, subscribe, and that means that yes,